When we last left our intrepid adventurers, Leroy Jenkins died like a bitch. Leroy Brown is...
He's the baddest man in the whole damn town of Pterodactyl.
I fire a magic missile. One of them goes straight up into the sky. Firework display. The other two straight into his left and right eyeballs. Kapow.
Yes! There are 6 dead barbarians and the one tied to a tree at the edge of the clearing. And you find a small purse full of 40 silver pieces and a note that appears to be written in Elvish.
It looks like they're talking about some kind of samples. There's directions here, and I can't really figure out what they are, but it's some kind of cave.
Yeah, a long rest recovers all your hit points.
Oh.
And all your spell slots.
I knew
Oh,
it.
shit, okay.
It does no more and no less.
Yeah.
I mean, there's beds here and shit.
And all my key points. Don't forget chi points.
Yes,
Back to
all your cheap points and all your sorcery points.
Back to 2.
Cool, we're back in business.
So it looks like I had
Big
3,
business.
and
Yeah.
I go back to 13.
Yes.
So
I would
case we're
literally.
perhaps we should make a plan then?
Yeah, why don't you do that? That sounds great, man.
So you guys wake up in the morning and make a plan?
How close are we to this place? So you all know.
We're just right. It's right down there. We're right down there.
Is that where it is?
Bit.
It's a pretty good hike.
It's
Probably the better part of a day.
I'd say at least till if we start out now, it's gonna be like dusk before we get there. You feel like that's right, Mandark? Ahaha.
I think we should wait a bit longer. I
yeah.
think we should try to get there at night again, so we can post up at night.
That's cool. I have low light vision. I don't know if you knew this about my species, but I can see pretty good in the dark.
Mm-hmm. I just happen to have pretty good. Just convenient.
You can see.
Oh, I have night
okay.
vision.
Yeah.
That's good for you.
Yeah.
How about you? Thing that is not normal. What are you, by the way?
I'm Mandark. Haha.
Cool. Yeah. All right.
I can see in the dark pretty good.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good with that. So I mean, maybe we go there. We
Oh, here's the thing, though. Elves are also good at seeing in the dark, so it's not actually... I don't know if you know this about elves. I know them really well.
but we're assuming that they will have less people active there in the dark.
Sure.
People will have sleep. I'm sure they'll have guards, but
Sure.
that's easier to get around a couple guards than it is an entire active thing.
I
if this
think you're
is an
right.
active thing, we don't even know what it is.
Right.
So I say we try to scope it out. If there's any, do you all know the lay of the land at all around here? Or is it just more you understand the?
I mean, all this
directions?
land looks pretty much the same. I spent some time in Pterodactyl when I was, like, really young.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say I super remember...
Well, let's go that direction, and when
outlying
we start getting
pterodactyl.
close, let's try to find a way to maybe come at it from not the main, like any kind of main thoroughfare or path. Like, try to be sneaky.
It's also worth mentioning that, Canon, you didn't see it, but Ulrich, you saw Mandark Ahaha explicitly use what you could only describe as magic to cause devastating injury to several of these barbarians.
Yeah.
And you've never seen anything like that in your life.
It was super rad.
I should
Well-
not
So
have
just,
made fireworks.
I'm just making sure that we established that you saw all that and that it was really exceptional. And I know you haven't said anything yet, but
Well, the thing is, in the clan of Toto, when I was a child and we were roaming nomads like we are, we saw many things that were fascinating. And while as a child I didn't personally see anyone explode things out of their hands, some of my elders did in this wonderful town of Africa. It was amazing. They this young gentleman actually stopped an old man along his way, asking for some sort of direction, and the old man shot fire into the air and said, "Hurry, boy, she's waiting there for you." And that is actually how my grandfather and grandmother met. We have heard tales.
it's canon.
Via incineration?
No, he shot fire into the air.
And then, yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know why. My grandfather, I mean, he was a big embellisher, so there's
Well, yeah,
that,
I mean-
but-
So you're predisposed.
Didn't you mention to me that it didn't rain there for years after that?
They did bless them. When it came, it was a festival. I mean, they danced. My, how they danced. They did bless the rains down in Africa on that good day.
So I have another thing. How active is this forest that we're in? Like how
Far.
is there
Act like
Is
are,
there-
are- do the
is-
trees get their jog in every morning or
is there animal life that is noticed?
There
Like
have-
can you see like birds or anything?
Yeah, when you went to bed there was none because there had just been a
Right.
pretty major fight, but
Right.
by the time you wake up, yeah, there are birds and squirrels and it's a pretty
Okay.
average.
There's at least
deciduous
enough to
forest.
provide food for at least 6 people a day. So there's at least
Well,
that
okay,
much.
this is not in character. But what I'm thinking, I have a plan here, but I have to make this work in a
You
way.
gotta make it
'cause I don't want to bring the magic up again and get weird. But I can speak with animals, and I can also speak with birds because I have Kensington as my language. I'm fluent. Oh, it's pigeon.
That is specifically urban pigeons.
It's pigeon, but there's a lot
Urban
of,
pigeons.
but there's a lot of
Yeah, he can speak urban pigeon. We don't know this.
yeah, but there's
Don't worry about it.
I didn't realize that urban pigeon was a.
It is-
it's a
specific
dialect
rank.
of pigeon, and
It is
pigeon
for-
is
it is
similar
for
to
canon.
and pigeon is similar to other bird languages. So I mean like I feel like I should get at least like get it advantage on
At
that.
least advantage on trying to speak. To
I'm
these
trying to
pigeons.
speak because I've got the spell speak with animals and I speak fluent pigeon. So so is our plan to go is to leave in several hours and get there at night? Was that what we talked about?
Dude, yeah, we can. I'm currently like lounging in a hammock that I built in a tree.
Okay,
so I'm
so
higher up
we've
off
got-
the ground, and I'm slowly dribbling barbarian wine, which makes you feel slightly more barbarian.
Yeah, and
as you
we'll say
drink
that
it.
you guys just sort of came up with this plan over breakfast real
Right.
quick for like the first hour that you're
So
awake.
we've got a
and
bunch
the
of
barbarian is still passed out, and Leroy Brown's hanging out with you.
we probably got like
Oh my god, I forgot about Leroy Brown.
yeah, baddest man in the whole damn town.
Oh, pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
He's coming, right?
so we got
I'm like,
we got
bro,
a few
you're
hours.
coming, right?
We got a few hours, right?
We got time.
Right?
Yeah. You asked like,
Yeah.
when do we need to head out if we're getting there by nightfall?
Okay.
And I'm like, we got time.
Cool. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna take a little walk around camp here and see if there's anything interesting.
Okay. So the two of you are hanging out at the camp. It's just the two of you and a bunch of bodies, the passed out barbarian tied to the tree at the edge of the clearing, and Leroy Brown, who has not said a word all morning. He helped kind of clean up and make camp after the fight without saying a word. He laid down. You doubt he slept.
I think he's mad.
Hey man,
He sounds mad.
do you want to have some wine and talk about it? Do you want to
He continues just kind of staring blankly into the cook fire and holds his cup out towards you.
all right, I pour him some. So I guess
Maybe he's
like
mad that-
at some point we probably want to bury your comrades, or did you want to try and grab a pony and take them back to Pterodactyl? This is kind of more your scene than mine. So what is your plan, dude?
He continues just sort of staring and says, I don't know. Jenkins and I have been friends since I can remember, since we learned to speak.
He fought very valiantly last night for all of you.
For all of us.
Am I
For
very charismatic? I am not.
for what? You were supposed to protect us.
Hey, I didn't ask you to run into the battle. But I understand in a heated moment, feeling like you have to battle for yourself. And honestly, we knocked the first domino down for the battle to save all of Pterodactyl. And we may not have been able to do that without you guys. So this is really more a battle for your city.
Roll charisma, or if there's a skill that you would like to try to apply to this convincing check.
Survival.
No.
No, I got nothing, man. This is not.
All right.
It's a 9.
A 9. Roll high low. We tied.
15.
19.
Oh, damn tried so hard. Oh no, bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in all damn Pterodactyl.
He
Killed his friend.
he continues. He doesn't even look at you. He just continues staring in the fire, and he stands up and he slams back the rest of his wine and holds the cup out again towards you.
Yeah, I feel it. That's cool. I feel it. I fill it up.
He takes just a sip and just sort of starts slowly sauntering into the woods in the direction you all came from initially.
Did you want help, or you just gonna? Is this a battle you're gonna fight on your own here? Did you want? We can help out.
He doesn't say anything. He just walks away.
So he just left.
And then we go to Cannon.
No, wait. Before we go to Cannon, I look at you as soon as he's out of the clearing. I'm like, well,
Sad.
That went
sad. Leroy Brown. Saddest man in the whole damn town. A pterodactyl.
I mean, that went better than I expected.
Yeah, he just fucked off. He just went away. He just went home, right?
I was really hoping he'd come with us because he did pretty good last night.
I liked that guy.
Bad Leroy Brown.
I liked him.
I liked that guy. But he must have felt tired and went to go home.
Yeah.
He must have
Felt
felt
tired.
I would have felt tired in his position.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, we come to.
I'm looking for a bird. That's what I'm looking for because I have
What?
I have a good relationship with birds.
Okay.
I know how birds communicate.
You don't have to look very hard.
You-
There are.
You did do the study of birds.
Hey. You're on it today, dude. You're on fire.
There are several birds of
Cool.
various varieties.
I would like to cast speak with. If I
Do you
cast
prefer to be called females?
if I cast speak. Okay, so if I cast speak with animals, like to these birds just hanging out here, is it one specifically, or is just the ones that are in the range of that?
It's not. It's a spell you cast on yourself,
Right.
so you can understand their language, and
Communicate with them.
they can understand you.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast that.
Okay. It doesn't have any material components. It's just some magic words
Right.
and gestures.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna ask of them, first, I'm gonna say hey to all these birds.
What's up, girls?
Well, as soon as you cast it, you hear around you a cacophony of, hey, over here, want a screw? No, I'm hungry. Get some food. Hey, over here. Hey, you want to get some food? No, gotta take care of the kids. Where are the kids? I don't know. Where'd they go?
Want a screw?
DTF. ASL. DTF, ASL.
I'm gonna go.
ASL?
Excuse me. Hello.
They all stop
Okay.
and look at you. At least the birds within like a 20-foot
Right,
radius
yeah.
all stop and immediately look at
In
you.
the distance, you still hear ASL. DTF.
So I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna say hello. I'm gonna introduce myself. Tell them that I'm a friend to birdkind, and then I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna describe to them. Say that we're trying to get the shittiness out of this forest so it can be peaceful because it's been very busy lately, and that I'm gonna describe the location I'm talking about and ask them if they know anything about it.
Okay.
Just in general, like if they know about, if they've seen anything odd, or if there's anything that that might be helpful.
A few of them, well, let me give them a fair roll first.
Yeah, I mean they're stupid animals, but any information I can get seems useful.
You hear
Find the one raven that's like smoking a cigarette. Like, oh, you want information?
Yeah,
I know.
Gum
All
for
about,
inflammation.
I know all about the samples.
no, actually what happens is
the samples.
you hear several of them speak up like, what? A lot of words. Don't know. Big stuff. Lot speak.
I say
Lot speak.
cave far away, big man. What you know?
Cave? Lots of caves.
Activity, big men doing things strange, unusual for the forest. This is not what I was.
Activity, unusual for the forest.
I love you having to deal with this scenario, Eric. Good job. That's fucking hilarious.
How do I talk to dumbass
What?
birds?
All in a DM's work. Oh, now you have to role play a flock of birds. Have fun. We'll say a finch flies down and lands in front of you. He's like, what? Big guy? Like dragon?
Is there a dragon?
Dragon?
Did
No.
you see a dragon?
Pulling.
Oh, we got him. Pulling and dragging.
Have you seen a dragon?
A dragon? Big guy dragon. Big guy dragon the cave.
Where? Big guy dragon in the cave. Hey, this is useful information regardless of how shitty the situation is.
It could be a big-eyed dragon in the cave, or the big guy dragging into the cave.
Okay.
These goddamn birds are not.
Okay, I'm gonna ask one more question. Lot of people?
Lot of people. Lot of stopped people. People stopped. People stopped Dragon Cave.
People stop Dragon Cave. Okay.
North.
North, yeah.
People stopped North Dragon Cave.
Cool.
And the finch flies away.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna thank them for their time.
Thanks, darling.
And never talk to them again.
You got any like birdseed you can throw?
Yeah. Do I have any? I'll throw them some of my beans, my magic lagoon.
My magic legumes.
Oh, you throw them some,
Yeah, throw 'em some
magic
bean- yeah.
legumes? Okay.
They're
Yeah,
not
a couple-
magic, but
I know.
A couple of them fly down and start picking at the dry beans.
yeah, they're not good.
And maybe one of them picks one up and flies away and the others get left.
Yeah, well, it's fine.
I mean, that might be more like squirrel fare.
That's
It's a
fine.
little big for most of the birds. It's fine, yeah.
And now I'm gonna try to head back to.
All right. Go ahead and take an inspiration for that, because it didn't go particularly great just because of dice, but it was inspired nonetheless.
Well, I mean, I
love-
know something that I didn't know before. All right, so now I'm going to lie to my compatriots as I want to do, and I'm going to say,
So the whole time you were like, rah, rah.
Okay. You guys roll perception.
So we're just standing there, and Joe's like, rah.
no, I walked off into the woods.
12.
I only got a 9. Well, but I'm not like actively trying to perceive anything. I'm trying to get my good.
You guys
buzz
do
going.
kind of hear in the wind, like, the sound of... It sounds like birds chittering, and then... But one of them sounds weird, like... Maybe that's Cannon making bird noises, or maybe it's just a weird bird that you're not familiar with.
I'm going to.
But it's pretty far in the distance, so it's hard to tell.
Well, I'm going to immediately dismiss it.
Okay.
Immediately.
And a few minutes later, Cannon walks back into the
running.
clearing.
I run back in.
Cannon runs back into the
I'm
clearing.
gonna run in and
and
be like, I just met someone in the woods. They were running for their
A
life.
little bird told me.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
In character, you say that.
Yeah, the little bird told me. Yeah,
I'm gonna
like,
give
sure.
him the death glare. But he was running for his life. I couldn't pick up much, but he said something about the cave to the north, and he said something about people being stopped there and a dragon in the cave.
A dragon?
I think that's what he said. I couldn't be sure. He was a little
Or a
flighty.
dragon?
Waka waka. Where's the air horn when we need it, guys? Come on.
Give
No,
me, like,
but
1
he
second.
seemed very, very upset, and he ran off. I couldn't get any more information out of him. He was just rambling to himself. But I think that might be the cave we're looking for. And if there's a dragon there,
Is that the cave we're looking for?
You have very specific directions to the cave, and it
But
is to the north, yeah.
so that's what I
Well, we
said.
are going kind of that
Right,
way.
and they said that there were people and that there was a dragon, and that's all I know for sure.
Dude, I'm right out of any dragon situation. I'm here to tell you. I
Okay.
heard tales when I was in the Order of the Bad Company.
Never like as literal stories, though. Always like fables and fairy tales about dragons.
Here's what I can tell you. I know factually that the Order of the Bad Company has absolutely faced dragons. Not when I was a part of them.
What?
Yeah, there's tomes. There's tomes written about it. In the Bad Company dialectic, whatever.
So
I thought those were just like,
The bad company
you know,
dialogue.
like fairy tales.
Dragons? Oh, see, I thought so too, but he said there's a dragon in this cave.
I'm not
telling
saying
you.
that I believe it. I'm just saying it's something we should be worried about.
Oh, no.
Do we know how to get back to Pterodactyl from where we are?
Oh, I can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and so we could get back to this camp, say, and
Well, our camp wasn't in Pterodactyl, but we could do either.
well, we could get back from Pterodactyl. We could get back to this camp, and then we'd still have the directions to get to the cave.
Oh yeah, we know
So
how to get to the cave.
maybe
man.
we
No
should
big
go to
deal.
Pterodactyl and see if we can find some help in this. And by help,
Well, let me-
I say
hey,
help,
hey,
and what I mean is
let me tell you.
meat shields.
So let me tell you just a little update. You went for a walk, and I had a brief conversation with Bad Leroy Brown, the
Who?
baddest man in the whole damn town of Pterodactyl.
Who?
Bad Leroy Brown. You know, the baddest man in the whole damn town of Pterodactyl.
I can't say I'm familiar.
He was here last night. He saved your life. I watched it happen.
I remember something like that, but I don't think it. I don't, it doesn't matter.
It might, because he's maybe a little upset, and he's super going back to Pterodactyl right now, and I'm not 100% confident that he is like buds with us right now.
Well, we don't have to get him, but I'm sure in Pterodactyl there's work to be hired. We don't have to pay them. We just have to say we're going to pay them. They probably won't make it out alive.
It's a very small town, more of a village.
Oh, I'm sure
There's probably,
it's probably somebody willing. And we could maybe ask around about the cave. We could maybe...
I say, it is a very small town, more of a village, so I'm just saying Bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town of Pterodactyl, is going back there, and he doesn't like us, and just assuming he's a popular dude, maybe they, in general, won't like us. I mean, I'd love to have a meat shield as much as the next guy. I base my life on having those, but I also know, I don't know if you've ever been, like, kind of unfavored in a town.
I'm loved universally.
Man, that must be rad, but it's tough. I'm just telling you, like, word spreads quick, dude. Like, people know.
I know the opposite of that, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well, then we are at an impasse. Well,
if you feel confident that your charisma and charm will,
I do.
we can go pick up some shields of meat.
I mean, I think it would be wise for us to get some more information before rushing in because
Oh, what about this other dude? You think he's dead yet, or is he?
we should take him
alive, or
back.
what?
We should take him back with us,
All right.
or we could torture him.
What? No.
Oh, never. I was just joking.
Jesus
It
Christ.
could be our meat shield.
Just like a literal meat shield, like tie him up and hold him in front of you while you go through
Yes.
the dungeon.
He takes the arrows and the dragon's breath. And,
So that's the question I
talons.
present to you all. It seems to me that we have two options. One is to go back to Pterodactyl and try to gather some information and gather some people so that we can tackle this, whatever we're going to tackle, or we try to sneak. Now,
Well, and maybe we can find that dude that was running past you and talk to him, because he probably
I'm sure he
knows-
went back there. Yes, we could probably find him.
I'm all right. Yeah, let's go back to Pterodactyl. Sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's good because I'm getting kind of light on this booze, and I'm gonna need more.
How far of a journey is Pterodactyl?
About a day. You're
We're gonna walk a day.
more or less exactly halfway between Pterodactyl and the cave right now.
Okay, let's
Um,
go to Pterodactyl then.
Cool. Let's get some supplies. I definitely need those.
Yeah.
Okay.
30. Wait, we have 30 gold, and now we also each have approximately 13 silver.
We have what?
Approximately 13 silver from the.
Oh,
other
we're
thing.
splitting all that up?
Well, I'm the
We
one
better.
that found it, and so I did politely give both of you 13 silver.
Well, technically, Mandar.
Well, he found the box, but Ulrich opened it.
And I provided the tool.
Yeah, and
So
I
everybody
split
gets an
it
even
even.
cut.
So we. All right.
Except I got 14 because you can't split a silver piece by 3, and I'm the one that found it.
I was about to say 13.3.
It's fine. I'll buy you guys drinks.
Okay, so you guys go back, and you go back by the construction site and your initial camp first, where the 2 pack mules that had been brought with you that were left tied up because you had been preparing to go to bed.
We're dragging dude with us too.
Okay, you're keeping him unconscious and just
Dragging him.
physically dragging him.
Yeah, I don't care if
We're not like
How do
actively.
Well,
How
you
do we
are
keep
the
him unconscious for
you're
a
the
whole day?
only person remotely equipped to be able to drag this person, and it's like a solid mile between the 2 camps. So by the time you get back to the original camp, you're thinking a whole day of dragging this guy is not
But there are pack mules.
going to be doable. Well, that's what I was going to
that's what we-
say.
yeah.
Is you get back, and the pack mules that have been tied up now overnight for at least 12 to 16 hours. It looks like the wolves got to them.
Nuh-uh.
And they're the skeletons are still tied to the post.
Nuh-uh.
There are flies.
Nuh-uh.
Do they smell
Yeah.
bad?
Well, maybe we
Smells
should
pretty
try.
bad.
Maybe we should try to wake this motherfucker up and get some information out of him now.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you're
fucking
definitely not going to be able to drag him
do it, man.
Yeah. Well, I figured we'd have some kind of
all the way back.
Then let's do it here. So I mean, intimidation. I feel like is gonna
Well,
be...
also just can you wake him up?
Well, that's true.
He's out. I don't know. Like
He's unconscious, but maybe splash some cold water on
he's
him.
unconscious and he's just been drugged for a mile. I feel like if he was gonna wake up, if he was
might have
gonna
woke
wake
up.
up from simple physical stimuli,
Well, that's,
maybe it would have
okay.
happened.
That's a fair point. Let me roll for that.
Is it dead?
Or just like too fucked up to wake.
He does not appear to be awake. He hasn't woken up yet.
I've got insight. I'm gonna insight him.
Inside him for what?
Insight to see if he's gonna die or
Roll.
if he's
Oh, he's
wakeable
gonna
at
die
all.
regardless.
Roll
We're just gonna
insight.
leave him on the ground.
I rolled a 10 total with my proficiency. I rolled a 6. I'm not using this die anymore, actually.
Nothing insightful comes to you.
I'm like, I don't know, dude. He looks pretty banged up. I don't know, man. Maybe he's dead. You know, like maybe he ain't gonna wake up.
He's still tied up. So no, okay. I'm gonna set him leaning up against the carcasses
Do
that smell terrible, and I'm going
Club
to
him with a femur.
stick my very dry finger in his ear.
All right, Cannon, go ahead and roll to stick your dry finger in his ear.
That would be 9.
All right, you stick your finger in his ear and wiggle it around, and his broken leg sort of straightens out, and his cuts seem to get a little bit smaller, and his eyes open up, and he looks at you with hate. Horrible, horrible hate.
What's up, dude?
And he immediately starts straining against his bonds and slips right out of them.
Oh God damn
Whoa.
Okay, you want to retcon a roll for the tie up?
I
Okay,
sure as fuck do.
you go ahead and roll. I'll give you survival.
Plus we had.
For that-
plus I
for
had a
that
lot of
rope
time.
usage.
Plus I had a lot of time.
Just roll your survival.
I'm saying
roll.
consider that. I could have absolutely taken a 20 on that. Just consider it.
it! Oh
Happening. 8 total.
Okay.
Fuck, dude.
I'll say too, you would have had to roll crazy. He's done a couple rolls, and I'll let you guys know out of character now that he was conscious the whole time. He rolled a nat 20 after he woke up to appear unconscious. He rolled an 18 to get out of his bonds.
Well,
So he's been working his way out of them this whole time, and y'all didn't notice
well,
because he killed it. So he breaks his bonds, and we're gonna take a break and make coffee.
Motherfucker.
well, he obviously didn't have any weapons.
Hey y'all, Eric here. We just finished up our big summer tour, and as it worked out, the show actually launched right about the time we left. So this is the first time I've sat down to do ad breaks since the show launched. And I gotta say, it has been really fucking cool to see some of the responses that we've been getting to the show this early. So I want to go ahead and share a couple of my favorites with you from our early admirers. Lance Feist on iTunes says, after one episode, I'm already sold. The character names are the highlights, but they're also well played. They don't take the game too seriously, and you can practically see them in animated form while you listen. Don't really know if our flavor text is that good, but I'm glad you think so. Chaos Ladder on iTunes says, if you're looking for a D&D adventure filled with a lot of laughs and a lot of drinking, look no further. The group has really great chemistry. Looking forward to more. And Kevin on Facebook says, D&D is the perfect format for artists to let their hair down and show fans a goofier, comedic side of their personality. FTR kills it. I look forward to the story this group will weave for us. And honestly, I'm looking forward to it too. It's pretty cool the way it started to shake out. And in addition to the reviews, it has been kind of stunning to see some of the download numbers coming in. Guys, thank you so much for listening. I really hope you're enjoying the show. And if you are, and maybe you want to have some of your beautiful, illustrious words about how great we are read on our show, you can go over to iTunes right now, leave us a review, give us a rating. Guys, seriously, it helps us out so much. So if you've been listening, if you're enjoying the show, please go rate us and review us over on iTunes. We're on Facebook too. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on all this stuff. Follow us, like us, share us. Tell your fucking friends. We really want to keep doing this, guys. Thank you so much. We hope you enjoy the rest of episode 4 of Side Quest.
I should have
All right.
been ready to action.
The barbarian's loose.
All right. Whoops! Sorry about that, y'all. Didn't mean to stick my finger in the ear.
You know, sometimes these things happen.
That wakes people up, I guess. I don't know.
He goes to run. Are y'all going to let him go, or are we going to roll initiative?
We're gonna roll initiative,
We're gonna roll, everybody
motherfucker.
roll initiative.
Come on, man. I've literally changed dice a million times because of how shitty these rolls have been.
18?
7.
18-7. Ulrich?
3.
3. All right.
Ulrich ran into the other room.
3 is
Of the
actually
forest.
not 3. 3 is
5.
9.
What?
Okay. Mandark. It's your turn.
Oh my god. So, alright, I
Fuck him up.
gotta stop him somehow, right? So,
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we,
You don't got to do anything.
Yes, he does. Don't.
You have free will as a creature.
Do we have free will? Next time on on Coffee Shop Experts.
how far away is I'm
Let's call it 10 feet.
gonna pull out my quarterstaff and start whacking him.
Why?
Okay.
Bad barbarian! Bad!
You take out your
Oh, I got
Fucking
quarterstaff.
rolled up newspaper? Like,
I love
You
it.
move up towards him and you attack him with your quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Roll
Bang, bang, bang.
Roll a d20 to attack.
19!
19 will hit.
Yes. And then
And
a
then,
6.
It's
6-sider.
1d6 plus your strength modifier for damage.
God damn it, I'm -1.
so am I. We're not very
You guys
strong.
have to spell. Spells are the things you're good at. You guys are shit at everything that's not spells. Well, you do okay with the
The crossbow.
Yeah, if I
Crossbow
had,
and-
if I'd thought about this, that's a +4.
I love that you didn't.
That's to attack, not damage.
This is growth.
Oh.
This is growth. It's cute.
Oh yeah, so I was 19 plus 1. So that was 20. So I'm totally gonna hit him, right? And then
2.
so I just like club him, like and
Hey,
like
quit it!
Yeah.
Stop!
Yeah. Time out. It was like how you spank your kid, like just enough to piss him off,
That's so cute.
All right.
right?
I'm going to say you run up and you just whack him in the knee with your staff really, really hard.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Or like the shin, like right in the shin.
Cool.
We're
Like
going
hard,
for the knee, but it like,
not hard enough to like break it or anything, but hard enough to like, you've whacked your shin before where there's like a serious bump on that for a few days.
He's probably gonna have like a little golf ball right there now, right?
Yeah.
dude,
All right.
that shit hurts when you're running with a big bruise in your fucking
Yeah, like a bone
calf
bruise
muscle.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, and it's Ulrich's turn.
Really? God, sweet. I thought for sure I wasn't gonna go before him.
He rolled a 1.
he ain't getting anywhere.
That's convenient for us.
This is going to be really ugly for this.
So he just like has a high ping, or like he's got like a loading swirl or something.
buffering.
Let me tell you what I want to do, and you can tell me if it is a thing that I can attempt to do.
Okay.
What I want to do is jump onto his back and put my sword at his neck with a readied action to, try and hurt him if he doesn't stop after that. I'm going to say stop in common as well, obviously.
He will
Too
get
bad I don't know Elvish, though.
He will get an attack of opportunity while you are jumping at his back, and you will have to roll athletics for the jump.
But he's at his back. I mean,
He hasn't had a chance to like really turn his back yet, and he's 10 feet away from you.
He's buffering.
is that not a jump that I can make, 10 feet?
Yeah, you can run partially and jump
I got
and grab onto him. You can do all of the actions, but he's gonna get an opportunity.
Let's fucking do it.
All right. Roll athletics for the jump first off. So you run forward 5 feet and you leap.
No! Ulrich, you're not doing well.
Hey, roll this one next time. It's better.
I've literally rolled under 5 almost every roll of this fucking
Happens,
game.
dude.
I know.
Would you say you're on a roll?
I'm on some kind of roll.
Maybe you should roll with it.
If I rolled up
Yeah, what'd you get?
total 5 on that jump.
Okay. You
I stumble.
yeah, we're gonna say you don't like totally eat shit, but you go to jump and you just sort of stumble and don't even get off the ground, and you get within reach of him to get that opportunity attack.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, what's your armor class?
16.
You stumble towards him and he just sort of kicks out a foot, and your head and his foot just kind of find each other, and you take 2 damage.
Damn.
Non-lethal.
Yeah, non-lethal.
Foot.
Yep. He kicks you in the head and rings your bell.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, I was gonna just I'm gonna try and stab him in the hamstring of the leg that he kicked me with.
Okay.
And I swear to God, if I roll a fucking 3 or less. 17.
17 will hit, yeah.
I do 7 damage to his hamstring.
So you cut it off, right?
He knocks me in the head, and I'm like, well, there go a few of the muscle fibers of this hamstring.
Yeah, not a few. You dig in and you get an inch of that hammy, and you just rip your sword
Would you say I
across
went
it.
ham on his hammy?
Hey, I would say that. Blood shoots out and he goes to his knees. Cannon, it's your turn.
All right. So he's on his knees. He's still conscious, though.
He's conscious. He screams. He's not going anywhere now, though.
Cool. I'm going to put my Masterwork short bow.
You short, bro?
Short bro. Up to his ear, with the arrow in his ear.
Your bow bro?
And I'm going to, and then in his other ear, I'm going to whisper to him.
I'm gonna need a picture of how you're holding a bow drawn in one ear.
Okay, I'm gonna reject my previous statement. You're right. Okay, well then I'll just put my knife, my pokey, up to him. I'll put my pokey up to him, up to his eyeball. I like the eyeballs. I'm into this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna whisper into his other ear in Elvish. You're gonna tell me everything you know about what is happening, about the samples, about the dragon, about right now, or I'm going to pop an eye out.
Roll intimidate or persuasion.
Okay.
Persuasion.
Well, that would be. So that's just this. I don't get my proficiency. Do I get a proficiency bonus?
Are you proficient in it?
Yes.
Then yes.
Is that already what's on there?
Did you?
I already added it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I say 5?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. I get 20. I'm very persuasive.
He stops struggling and we're out of initiative. And you all don't hear what Cannon says into his ear, but you definitely see Cannon say something into this guy's ear. The elf's eyes go wide and he looks at Cannon and he says to him in words that the two of you do not understand, "The dragon? What dragon are you speaking of? How do you know about the cave? How do you know you are brethren?"
Dude, what the fuck is he
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
Man, common? Can you speak? Hey,
I can
you
speak
speak
common.
common?
I
Yeah,
speak-
I know you speak. We're speaking common
If
right
you
now.
yell, so you're yelling at him. Does he speak common?
Yeah, bro, common?
Does he respond?
Dude, common's a rapper.
I'm like,
He-
we don't understand you.
He turns and spits at you.
Well, that's just
But he
not
understood it
polite.
then. Oh,
we have
maybe he just
no
spits,
idea.
okay.
He might have
Just-
Well,
just-
then I'm going to continue whispering. I'm just going to
Fucking
say,
mama spit, dude.
you've got one more chance. If you don't tell me everything you know, I'm going to pop your eye out. I'm going to gather ants from
Dude,
the
I'm-
floor.
yeah, the two of you roll perception.
I'm
I
listening.
don't care at this point.
I know
I'm
you
whispering,
don't.
but I'm going to gather ants from the ground.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna be over here and fuck off land.
What'd you get? Would-
5. I did an 8.
Neither of you recognize that Cannon is whispering Elvish. You recognize that he's whispering in this Elfseer, and you don't really know why he's whispering, but he is.
So what I'm going to say is, this is your last chance right now. Tell me everything you know, or I'm popping your eye out. I'm going to get some ants off the goddamn ground, and I'm going to put them in your eye hole and just watch you as they get to your brain.
His eyes get even wider, and he looks at you and he says, the cave in the north. It's where we've been taking the bodies.
What bodies?
The bodies of all of the road fixer people. He doesn't really have a word for construction workers.
Why are they taking them there? That's what I'm asking.
Why are they killing them?
I don't know. We're given gold and weapons.
Who hires you?
I don't know. The gold and weapons are left at a drop point where we leave the bodies. I don't know anything else.
Can I roll something to see if he's
Trade
lying?
Dead people for money.
You can absolutely roll perception to see if he's lying.
Okay. 13.
You're pretty sure he's telling the truth.
Okay.
You're reasonably confident.
Well, I mean, that's all I'm gonna get from him, probably. So I'm gonna let him keep rambling or whatever, and I'm gonna ask these two, what do we do with him?
I mean, I don't know. He can walk back to town now. So we can.
He can't walk anywhere with his leg with what you did.
He can hobble back to town.
He's gonna have a hard time walking anywhere, and he's probably not gonna want to go to town with you guys. just throwing that out there.
Well, we can't let him go. We can't.
Also, while you didn't hear him speak it, you strongly suspect that Cannon understood the Elvish that was just spoken directly into his face plainly.
So what did he say?
I have no idea.
Dude, come
Roll
on.
deception.
I'm not giving this up if I don't have to.
Roll opposing perception.
14.
20.
12. Oh, I mean 11.
You're
Listen,
still
I just-
suspicious. You don't know.
Okay, so you really can't piece. You were able to piece together the letter enough to know
Yeah,
the
no,
directions.
I understood a few things he said, but it was just the same
like
shit.
what.
He said he said something about the cave in the north, and he said that's where the bodies go, I think, and that's all I know.
The bodies.
Yeah.
So maybe the bodies are samples? Dudes, I'm not liking this cave sitch. I'm thinking we bail on the cave, right?
Our most pressing thing right this moment is, what are we doing with this bleeding barbarian?
Here's what we do. We let him go. We fuck off on the cave. We just go to the Peshiites and tell them, here's a cave. Bodies are going there for a dragon or whatever.
Well, he didn't.
And then we don't, and then whatever. He didn't what? What didn't he do?
He didn't do anything.
No, this stands.
What?
That's in character. That's great.
He didn't. He didn't help us know anything. We don't know anything when we knew before.
I feel like that's a really interesting thing for you to say.
Well, I mean, I got a few of the
Yeah.
Elvish words, but it's nothing that we didn't know.
What I'm saying is, we can't just kill this dude. That's fucked. He's already outnumbered. He's unarmed. We can't just I'm gonna kill some
I do
rando.
feel a little bad about it, but I don't see another option.
Well, the option is we let him go and we leave and tell the Peshiites what's happening. And they can deal with this cave. Dude, I'm not trying to face a dragon tonight, okay? Look, I am little. They're very large.
Well,
I'm just trying to drink and not kill dragons.
Get
Again,
killed by a dragon. You
Do
mean?
you remember I told you in the scrolls of Bad Company, dragons are not cool, man. They are not a good time.
We don't know that there's even. We don't even know. I mean, some.
You said somebody
Some
told you there's
lunatic
a
was
dragon.
running.
You were literally tweeting
Screaming dragon
into the leaves,
taking it all
you
over.
know, and
Listen, just because I tweeted it doesn't mean that.
well, okay. Here's the problem with letting
Wait,
him
so
go.
for some reason you were convinced there was a dragon earlier, and now you're not.
All I was doing is relaying the information that came to me completely naturally and out of the blue.
And now, completely naturally, you've changed your mind on this
No,
dragon?
no, I'm saying that that we don't know anything about the dragon any more than we do. I mean, we don't know if there's a dragon. We don't even know what dragons aren't real.
Where did the concept of a dragon even come from?
From the crazy guy running through the woods that I met.
Right.
He was
right.
making those weird bird chittery sounds.
So we know all this stuff about a dragon, but actually it was just invented.
I'm saying we play it safe.
It came out of thin air.
Listen, dude, I'm trying to kill two birds and get stoned here. One, if we let the guy go, we don't have to kill him. A guy who is unarmed and literally like hostage, we don't have to kill that guy. And the only way we can do that is if we don't go to the cave. And the cave might have a dragon in it.
Well,
so
I have a thing that I considered.
Win-win.
I was thinking about this for a minute, and if we let him go, where's he gonna go, and what's he gonna do? He's probably gonna
go tell
He's gonna tell the people that
yeah.
these people were trying to poke my eyeball out, and I told him there's a dragon.
And no big deal if we don't go to the cave. So we just don't go. Because I'm not trying to die.
We just never go to the
they're
cave.
arguing. I'm going to shoot this guy in the back of the head with my bow.
No! You dick! God damn it, I'm chaotic good, you fucking monster!
I'm going to say that falls under the rules of, I don't know if it's actually in 5th edition, but it's in 3.5, so I'm just going to bring that back. The rules of coup de grace,
That's
which
a
is
coup de
when
grace.
you've got somebody dead
It's
to
not
rights,
like
you
he
don't
can
even have
make
to
a
roll.
save.
He doesn't see it coming.
Yeah.
You just put an arrow into the base of his skull, and he's dead.
Okay, dude, what the fuck? You just killed a guy!
It was a death sentence anyway. He was already injured. He would never have made it anywhere on that. He would have bled out.
You can heal people with your finger!
I hit him in the knee.
Are you coming on to me?
It was a flesh wound, you fucking monster!
He would have bled out, and if he didn't, he would have gone and he would have told them. And then, even if we go back to Pterodactyl, we've got a horde of fucking elvish barbarians looking specifically for us.
This-
We did hack his hamstring in half, so he wasn't going far. Fast at all.
Anybody that
Yeah, so he was a non-threat.
Everyone at that camp is dead now, which means they don't know who did it.
Bro, you can't just be like, I'm gonna kill some dude. Like, that's not cool.
I appear to have done that.
Motherfucker.
He would have killed you if he had the option.
He was a captive. Dudes, I pull out my, not the wineskin this time. Barbarian, though, makes me feel. I pull out my flask. My trusty flask.
They call that stuff dwarf wine.
I think it's gonna rain.
My flask? Liquor?
Yeah.
Is that in character?
I drain half of it?
Damn.
What if he? What happens when he? What if he finds the other guy? What if he tells Dragon that there's weirdos killing people and shit?
Right now, we need to figure out what we are going to do. Are we going to go to Pterodactyl and try to get some help to figure out this cave situation? Are we going to? I mean, I want the money from the Brotherhood, and I want whatever I can find in.
Yeah, dude, let's go back to Pterodactyl, man. Fuck it. Let's go get some fucking meat. Put it right up top. I feel like
Up top.
I'm just ready to fucking like slay a dragon tonight. Is what I'm saying.
Ulrich is not happy about the situation at all,
But he is
but
hammered.
has to accept it and move on.
He is hammered,
Yep.
is what he is.
I think we fucking go back there. It'll be great.
All right, let's head
Get
to
a sandwich, like. You know?
I could use a sandwich, but I'm telling you, do you know what else? I need another bag of wine, dude. This shit's terrible, and it does make me feel like fighting, but it does not make it. It's just a little. There's a little too much RS in it. It's maybe a little oxidized. I'm definitely noticing some VA, so I'm just trying to get like a more decent. I just want a decent bag.
Concords make
Halfling
shitty
wine
wine.
snobs.
Let's go do
Concords
that.
make shitty wine. You can't do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what grade did they even use?
Let's get on. Let's
Like
get on our way
garbage grade.
to
Muscat, gross.
Pterodactyl and see what we can find.
All right. So you all head back to.
I'm gonna put my
Pterodactyl.
boot on the back of this guy's neck and pull my arrow out, though.
Can you wait until I turn around?
No.
This is
I'm not a nice character.
I mean, is the head bent? Is the arrow
I'm not
bent?
a bad character.
I'm like-
not a nice character.
I mean,
Dude,
just
you know
kill
you're
people.
kind of a dick.
Yeah.
All right. I offer you my flask. I'm like, dude, he's kind of a dick.
I'm taking it. And I'm
Yeah.
swigging it.
Yeah, have some fucking seriously, man. I just have to take that. You know, life
Crazy-
is
Cra-
hard.
crazy
all the
motherfucker.
time.
It's hard. It's hard until you get shot in the back of the head. It's done. It's over.
Man, I
Life's a bitch and then you die.
Existentialist. That's written on your sheet.
man, honestly, sometimes
You know what's
I
written,
like.
you know what's written on
sometimes I
mine? The
think-
only thing this entire thing? Sleazy.
Sometimes I'm like, maybe like, yeah, maybe.
What if the
death
gods
is really
like,
death is really the end. Dude, speaking of the gods, you guys, do you ever get this feeling?
That the gods must be crazy.
And also that
so
they're
this
like
conversation is
just
happening while we're heading back.
directly
please.
interfering in your life. Like sometimes you're like, I'm gonna make this choice, and then
Yes.
instead you just suddenly don't. Do you guys ever feel like that?
It's like
What
destiny.
is the fuck is that? Destiny? What if it's like
as they
they're
have
just
this
like
conversation,
they're just like
I'm gonna be
moving your
playing
fucking
my lute,
like
as we're
hands
walking.
for you?
Uh-huh.
Like
Singing,
maybe
What
they're
if
just
Maybe they're
doing
doing
it.
was
for you.
one of us?
Maybe the gods are just like maybe
Just
we're like
a
some kind of sick
stranger,
fucking
one of
game
us.
for them.
This is
Dude.
like,
Mandark, have you ever fucking thought about that?
And so the party began driving each other one by one to the bottle. Art reflects life this week on SideQuest. Guys, that's it for episode 4. Thank you so much for listening. An extra special thanks to our early Patreon subscribers. Y'all, Patreon is what's going to help us be able to make this a sustainable project. If you would like to see us keep doing this thing and keep making these episodes for your ridiculous enjoyment, please head on over to patreon.com/SideQuestFTR and see how you can support us directly to keep this show going, and hopefully here pretty soon, once we have a few more subscribers, start getting the ball rolling on a lot of exclusive content. We've got an idea where we want to kind of DM around the table where everybody gets a chance to run a game but me, and only our Patreon subscribers are going to get to hear that foolishness. So get over there right now, get your foot in the door early, even just as little as $1 a month. That's only 50 cents an episode, goes a long way towards helping us keep this thing going. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, in addition to the future bonus content, our Patreon supporters already get every core episode of SideQuest early, in addition to the exclusive 2-part pilot episode. So if you want to know where Cannon got the ballpoint pen in the first fucking place, or what really happened that night at the Thirsty Dog, all you have to do is go sign up as little as $1 a month, and you get immediate access to the 2-part pilot. That's an extra 3 hours of us playing Dungeons and Dragons as soon as you sign up. So one last time, that's patreon.com/SideQuestFTR. Guys, we will see you again right back here in 2 weeks with episode 5. That's it for this week, y'all. Find us on social media. Let's talk about nerd shit. It'll be fun.